Today we're comparing through the most popular EFTs in the world, VOO, QQQ, and SPY. Most investors know these names, but very few understand their differences, how they behave in the market, and which one actually fits their strategy. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which EFT suits your goals, whether you care about long-term stability, growth, or liquidity. Here's the big picture before diving in. VOO and SPY both track the S&P 500, but they differ in fees, structure, and investor preference. QQQ tracks the Nasdaq 100, focused heavily on tech and innovation. Choosing between them comes down to risk tolerance, performance expectations, and long-term strategy. Together, these EFTs represent stability, growth, and flexibility. VOO Introduction. VOO is known for being one of the cheapest and most efficient ways to invest in the S&P 500. Its low cost and strong long-term performance make it a favorite for passive investors. VOO key features: a very low expense ratio compared to SPY, tracks all 500 large US companies across multiple sectors, lower volatility than growth-focused funds, and ideal as a long-term core holding. Designed for investors who want buy and hold simplicity. QQQ Introduction. QQQ follows the Nasdaq 100, which means no bank, no heavy industry, just tech, software, innovation, and the next generation companies. QQQ key features: tech-heavy and growth-focused, historically outperforms VOO and SPY during tech bull markets, higher volatility, great for aggressive investors aiming for long-term growth, concentrated in smaller number of companies. SPY Introduction. SPY is the oldest and most traded EFT in the world. It tracks the S&P 500 as VOO, but with one advantage: insane liquidity. SPY key features: extremely high trading volume, great for traders, same index as VOO but generally higher fees. Preferred by short-term and institutional traders, very stable but slightly more expensive than VOO. Reliable performance following the US market. Comparison: performance, risk structure, and use cases. Performance behavior. VOO and SPY move nearly identical since they track the same index. QQQ often outperforms during growth cycles due to its tech concentration. Over long periods, QQQ can produce higher highs but also deeper dips. If you prefer smooth long-term compounding, VOO and SPY perform similarly, and if you want maximum upside potential, QQQ leads in tech-driven markets. Risk levels. QQQ, highest risk, highest potential reward. VOO, moderate risk with balanced diversification. SPY, same risk as VOO but mostly used for active trading. QQQ is more volatile because it lacks diversification in traditional sectors like financials or energy. Fees and costs. VOO, very low fees, efficient for long-term investing. SPY, higher fees relative to VOO. QQQ, moderate fees but still higher than VOO SPY. For long-term investors, VOO is the most cost-effective. Purpose and ideal use cases. VOO, best for passive investors building long-term wealth. QQQ, best for growth-oriented investors willing to ride market swings. SPY, best for traders or institutions that need maximum liquidity. Sector exposure. VOO and SPY, broad sector diversification. Tech, healthcare, finance, energy, and industrials. QQQ is tech and communication service dominate the portfolio. Diversification matters for long-term stability, and that is why VOO and SPY are more balanced. For the final verdict, the best EFT depends entirely on your style. Choose VOO if you want a long-term core holding, low fees, broad diversification, and stable compounding. You choose QQQ if you want higher growth potential, strong tech exposure, and you can handle volatility. You prefer innovation-driven companies. You choose SPY if you want the most liquid EFT, fast execution, and tight spreads, short-term trading flexibility, S&P 500 exposure with high volume. Most long-term investors prefer VOO, most growth investors prefer QQQ, and most traders prefer SPY. There's no single winner, only the EFT that matches your goals. Thanks for watching. If you found this comparison helpful, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which EFT you're leaning toward and why. See you in the next video.